Okie dokie, we're back in Holder of Place. I thought this game was a ton of fun and we are going to be trying out the relicary mode for this round. So we can start off with a relic. So each follower can have up to 3 additional traits. That's going to be nuts. Enemies will be stronger, more numerous. I actually really want to take this. All enemies will have -1 health, but they will attack first in combat. That's a huge downgrade. Aspects will be unavailable and maximum fate is 7. I'm going to take this. So we can have up to 3 additional traits, which seems kind of nuts. Now we can take our Mots, or we could take our Wanderer. I'm just going to stick with the Wanderer. I don't really want to trade up all our units into Mots. It sounds like a lot of fun, but we're just going to take our Wanderer. And with a round 1, yeah, we're going to win this one out because it's just a 1v1 and since we attack first. Now, if we had it the other way around, we would actually lose since they attack first. Now, we got a choice between a Supplicant, which will give us Fates, another Wanderer, which does nothing, or a Templar, which will have some scaling damage. I'm going to lock in the Templar. Having a Templar to scale up our damage is going to be incredibly fantastic for us, because it's just going to do some crazy damage the longer the fight goes on. So I'm hoping that we can get a bunch of these guys. Now we can go back for the Duelist again. I do like the Duelist quite a bit, or we can grab ourselves a tank unit or another Initiate. I mean, I'm going to lock in another Duelist. I'm going to lock in another Duelist because I do like this guy quite a bit. Now you're just going to take this guy out straight away and then you're going to switch in to defensive mode. So you should be able to live some hits as well. Definitely so. And not too bad. We're getting our fates. That's for sure. Now we could have taken a tank unit, but I do like units that do attack. That's for sure. Now we can get some scaling. Max HP is pretty much the last run. But these guys are so fun that I'm going to be taking them anyway. Now that's a crazy amount of goblins. Well, let's see if we can survive this one. Crazy amount of goblins. We do take out one immediately and we take out a second one, which is not too bad, but there goes our Duelist. And our Templar is scaling up. So the Templar should be able to one-shot every single one right now. And we do survive. We should be able to get some max HP on our Duelist, even better and amazing. I'm hoping that we can find some freaking traits that we can put on. Now give all followers +1 HP or +3 fate. I'm going to take the HP upgrade. I mean, just having stats on units is incredibly fantastic. Now, we can take this guy after taking damage, give another random follower +1/+1. Adjacent followers start will trigger twice. In a combat, the next follower will attack in place of this. That seems kind of nuts with our Templar, does it not? I'm going to take this. There's no way I'm not going to take that. Although it could be kind of amazing with our Templar or our Duelist as well. Now these guys, 2 HP, 2 damage, 7 HP, we could be in trouble this round. We'll see how this Templar plays out with this item right here. Actually, that seems kind of nasty, does it not? That scaling is so much faster. Holy moly. Yeah, this with a Templar, nuts. Has to be nuts. Although we did get another Templar. We also got this. After taking damage, deal 2 random damage. But another Templar is another Templar. I'm going to take the Templar and I'm going to get rid of our Wanderer. That I will do. It's having lots of scaling damage. And we could take on the Hobgoblin. I'm not even going to consider. We're going to take this guy on, this big old boss, with 22 HP and 2 damage with a bunch of goblins. And we're going to see if we can win this one out. Maybe should move this guy to the front, but I'm going to be greedy to try to get that extra max HP. That's for sure. But this Hobgoblin is going to scale up also. But it's also our Templar. Nuts. Definitely. And it gives HP to whatever unit that, what is this called? The Dancer. A capacity I'm going to take over the +10 fate. I do think follower capacity is kind of too good not to take. Now, after taking damage, gain +1 fate, we can take an aspect like that. We could take it for a tanky guy, have him in the front line, which means I do kind of want to lock it. But then let's also recruit this guy. Put him to the front. I'm not the biggest fan of the Sentinel. As funny as that sounds, being a big tanky unit, being a big beefy boy, taking all the damage seems incredibly awesome. Well, our guys scale up in damage, but they also don't attack. Now, he did take a lot of damage, so there is that. But there goes our Duelist. Our Templar does take another unit. There goes our Templar again. We lose another Templar, but there goes our Templar once, and we're giving a lot of HP to our Dancer. Not bad. Now, all we got for now. What the hell is this guy? Our fate is gains. Apply to another follower. Start a combat, die, distribute stats among other followers until the end of combat. Or gain the ability to reroll during a recruit event. That seems kind of nice. I'm going to evoke this and I'm going to place it here. That's just going to be a lot of monies. It's just going to be a lot of monies. These guys aren't too special. They're just going to do 2 damage and have 7 HP. But holy moly, this fade for taking damage is nuts. Definitely so. But are we going to be able to win this round? I mean, I'm not sure. We do lose our next attack. You're going to take some damage. And actually, yeah, we're not going to have too much trouble winning that one out. But the Templar seems incredibly awesome so far. 12 fate, so we can buy whatever the heck we want next rounds. And permanent 1 HP. Permanent 1 HP. Now, what the hell is this guy? After each attack, gain 1 fate. So we can just scale up our fate even more. Upon death, give all other followers +2 until the end of combat. For each 1 combat, revive at the backmost position after death. Honestly, not a great shot. Although we could take this guy. Whenever fate is generated by another follower, gain +1 fate. We would have to lose our scaling max HP guy though. We already gained so much fate though. Maybe I'll take this. I'll invoke this. And should we put it on our duelist or should we put it on one of our Templars? I mean, I'm going to put on this Templar. He's just going to revive again. And he should have scaled up. Does he come back at 1? If he comes back at 1 damage and doesn't come back with all that scale damage, then that is not great. Which actually could definitely be the way it actually goes. Now we're gonna lose this round for sure. Now you come back, 6-5 though. But it's not gonna be enough. Barely not enough. Holy moly. That was kind of nuts. We do lose 1 of our HPs, we only have 4, which is not so great. And is this where we're gonna start losing out? Now this guy, upon death, summon 2 swarm 1 bees. After each attack, deal 3 random damage. Or give +1 attack permanently. I gotta take this. I gotta take it. We're gonna apply it to this guy too. Since we can have 3 aspects. Or 3 additional traits. That didn't get rid of it, did it? No, it did not. Amazing. So you're gonna do some insane damage for this. We should have got a big damage power spike right now. Since you attacked twice with our freaking dancer as well. Yeah, shouldn't be too much of a problem right now. That's actually insane. This Templar is doing some work for us. Holy moly. And that was a completely different fight than the last round. Honestly. Now what the hell is this? Given the chosen farmer +2 HP. Start a combat, trigger random death effects. We can give adjacent followers +1 HP until the end of combat per attack. Which seems kind of nice. But I think we're just going to take this one. Acquire it and give it to our big beefy unit in the front line to try and get more fate but survive that a little bit longer. Now should we take on a Manticore? Hell yeah, we should. Not even going to think about, we should definitely take it on. Manticore is going to, whenever a follower gains stats, Manticore and Beosaurs will gain, okay, that could be troublesome. Well, let's see if, okay, that's kind of bad for us. Definitely so. They scale up so much damage so fast. But are we going to be able to win this one now? Just barely. Holy moly, that was an extremely scary fight. That stat given is absurd. With 1 follower capacity, we have so much fate that I'm just going to take our follower capacity. I think that's going to be too good not to take. And we can take another dancer. Whenever another follower's start of combat effect is triggered, gain +1 at the start of each combat. In each recruit event, 1 random follower will be replaced by a hollow follower. Whenever a random damage is applied, deal by random damage. Whenever follower gains stats, gain an extra 1/1. Holy moly. How do we not take that? I mean, I also really want to take this. We could also take another dancer for our next guy as well. But I'm going to lock this. And I'm going to take this. And we're going to give it to our guy. And so this Templar is beefed up out of wazoo. Lots of HP on these guys. Decent bit of damage. So we'll see how we get on with this. I would love to scale up our HP on this guy though. As much as that would be extremely awesome for his stats for sure. But here we go. Our guy is scaling up so much. It's kind of incredible. But is it going to be enough to win out? It might not actually be. We do resurrect though. And that resurrection does come in super, super handy. We still survived with this guy. And amazing. And we did want our support unit. We also got to start a combat, take 1 damage, gain some fate. We can also revive again, or consume to wish for an aspect or follower. I mean, we can't even lock that. As much as I'd love to take it, I think I'm just going to take our turret. I'm going to take our turret and place it at the back. I think that's just going to be so much more damage for us. So much more damage, no combat traits, just lots of damage, lots of HP. But we should be able to do some big old damage with this as well. SCCs, how much damage was that? That was kind of absurd. Here we go, more attacks. And our one Templar is doing so much damage. It's kind of absurd. We get a bunch of fate, and not too bad. Now, we didn't get as much fate as I would like to have gotten. Now, give them all plus 1 HP permanently. I mean, I'm just going to take that instantly over having the extra fate. The fate could be kind of nice, but it is what it is. Now, you, at the start of combat, deal 5 random damage. Give plus 2 permanent HP, trigger a random effect, or take another turret. I mean, I'm going to want to take the turret, so I'm going to lock this for the permanent 2 HP, and I will be taking this, and I'm going to be maybe getting rid of a permanent HP skilling guy. I think right now I'm going to get rid of it. Just having a bunch of turrets that deal all that random damage, I think it's going to be too insane to not take. But maybe having less units is not the way to go. Also, oh, you don't do random damage. That's what freak is happening. We just shredded their whole freaking team with these turrets. I was expecting our guy to deal damage. I forgot that this guy only gives us fate, which is not great. Then we got another dancer. We also got this after taking damage, gain more fate, so we can have a lot more fate on this guy. Let's start the combat for each support. Follower gain plus 2 fate and give a random follower +1/+1. Now another follower start a battle effect is triggered, gain +1/+1. Another dancer. I wonder if we took this dancer and replace this unit with it. Is that how it works? I'm gonna take it. We'll see if we can just get our one guy to work. Maybe this is not how it works. Maybe. Okay, it does work like that. Holy moly. I think we might have broke the game. With one Templar. This build is kind of insane. And we should have taken another dancer and gotten rid of our duelist altogether. And just had our Templar just one-shot the whole entire board. That's for sure. Jason Follower's start a battle effects will trigger twice. Next encounter will be harmless. Start a battle summon +1 tentacles. If all followers are unique, this follower will deal triple damage. These are not followers, are they? Oh, they are followers. If we didn't take that extra dancer and didn't have our Tempest, we could have had crazy damage on our guy. But I think we just take her +2 HP. Give it her a big beefy bite. 2 HP doesn't seem like a whole lot though. Now, we're going to take on his cockatrice. With the cockatrice though, you're going to calcify our first guy. So we need to sacrifice something. And we're probably going to say goodbye to our duelist then, unfortunately. Yep, we're going to say goodbye to our duelist. So now, no more constant... Look at that. Look at that damage. Holy moly. That's insane. I'm going to take that extra follower capacity. We have so much fate that there's no point in taking anything else. Really. Now, whenever the follower gains stats, deal 4 random damage. That seems like it could be a lot of fun. We could try to get a bunch of aspects from it. When this follower is replaced by another, permanently transfer all stats to them. After each attack, gain a +1 until the end of combat. I mean, that's an aspect that we can use on our hunter. So, let's lock the hunter. Actually, let's lock this and take the hunter. Well, yeah, that's a lot of freaking units. But yeah, let's just rock on with this. Hunter doesn't really do too much for us right now. At all. But it should be okay. We should be able to get tons and tons of fate. And just do crazy damage from here. I mean, this one Templar just does insane damage. Just deals that insane damage. Now you again, I'm forgetting what you do. Hollow Follower. After each attack, deal 3 random damage. After surviving combat, permanently gain +1, then remove the trait. I mean, I want to take this. But I also really want to lock this. So we're just going all in on random damage. After each attack, gain +1 until the end of combat. We're going to take that. You gain some damage, you're going to deal some random damage. It should be crazy, crazy good for us. Yeah, now you're doing some random damage as well. And we did a ton of damage. We gained a bunch of fates. And even more random damage. Their whole team is instantly deleted. Random damage with the turds is crazy. You're probably going to be fed up with me saying crazy, because it's just nuts. Now unlock a fragment in journal, the next recruit can be rerolls. We don't yet recall her visage. Let's just unlock a new fragment. Unlock a new fragments for the next rounds. For each combat revive, when the next follower is recruited, enhance their combat abilities, which is just these 1/1. If all followers are unique, deal triple damage. Start a combat, gain health equal to the fate until the end of combat. Let's just go ahead and invoke this and put it on our Huntress. And we could just have our Huntress attack right now, but having a scaling damage from this guy is going to be too good not to take. Goblin packs with Cultist to Giant, lots of HP. We're going to see if our team can beat him down. Because right now we should be able to apply a bunch of random damage. We took out 3 of their units and left the rest of them on pretty low HP. I mean, it's not going to be close whatsoever. Definitely not. Now if we get another turret, if we get another dancer, I'm going to take it. Those are the things we're going to be looking for. Again, the ability to reroll, transfer stats, whenever follower is summoned, give a +2/+2. Hollow follower are at the start of combat, deal 1 damage to adjacent followers and gain 2 fate for each. Honestly, I don't even really want to take anything. Shift engine, I'm going to take it. Just the ability to reroll seems kind of nuts. But we'll see. No combat ability, just again lots of HP. I don't think we're going to have too much trouble taking them on. We've only got 3 more rounds to go, so grabbing that reroll is maybe not that great. We should have lots and lots of fate though. But I don't think we're going to have too much trouble beating down this dragon. I'm assuming it's probably going to be the dragon again, maybe. But only 2 more rounds to go, and this is going to be shop with 15 fate, so we'll see what we can get from here. Another aspect I'm going to be looking for. Upon deck, gain +3/3. When the next follower is recruited, start a combat, summon a unit, the follower gain double the amount of stats. Double the amount of stats. Or take this. I'm going to take this. Now I'm going to lock this though, and I want to apply it to this unit, but taking this and applying it to our Huntress again is just absurd. Now we got the dragon, confront your quarry. Let's go. Can we beat down this dragon with our Tempest? I was thinking a Templar mixed with a Hunter. I say Huntress, this reminds me of the character from Risk-Rain if it does not. You know, the bow character, the Huntress? That's why you've been calling that character the Huntress. But yeah, I don't think we're going to change even our whole set of browns. I think we're happy enough to rock on with this. But we do need to do a lot of damage before we actually take incredible damage. And after 1 brash, we dealt 75 damage, was it? But we are going to lose our front units really quickly. We're going to lose our Hunter right now. So it's all down to the Templar. And honestly, I'm not sure if we're going to be able to survive this. Because we only attack once right now. And hell yeah, we're actually going to lose. We will lose another core unit. Or another core health. But we almost took him out. Which is madness. Definitely madness. Now we can grab ourselves another Templar. This guy looks cool. When recruited, gain a random combat trait. Start a combat, gain some fate. We can't even evoke this. We don't have enough fate. We can also reroll. I'm going to reroll. Start a combat, die and distribute stats. Start a battle effects. Yeah. Let's just skip on. Skip on and just finish off the dragon. There's not too much about this. 1 brash and it's over. We complete it, we can go on to the next step, but should we leave it here or should we continue on to Endless? The dragon is slain, there's relief, a rush of excitement, but there's no true joy. There never is. Little triumphs feel very small, this is pretty much the same thing as the last thing. But hey, the realm deteriorates, new content unlocks, hidden here the tools that wrought calamity. Argent follower, the Delver. If all jettisoned into waters, a pass flooded by the abyss, you can now recruit the Delver as your first follower. From here once this relic takes shape, etch it with modifiers you've mastered and carry forward a relic of your own making. So that's kind of awesome. But hey, I think we're going to leave you here for now. Let me know if you'd like to see some Endless modes. This builds to continue on could be kind of fun. But again, I'm just going to leave you here for now. Just want to say thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, comment, or even subscribing. And I hope you keep looking for the next one. I'll see you next time.
Yeah, I'm about to fade away, cause every time I wake up I feel like it's Monday. Something's going wrong with all the chemicals up in my brain.